Ambassador Thekval of the Corvan Empire swept into the diplomatic meeting with supreme confidence. Behind him prowled his greatest asset, a razorclaw, the galaxy's most feared predator. 9 feet of muscle, teeth, and barely contained violence, genetically modified for absolute loyalty. The perfect bodyguard. The meeting was supposed to be simple. Intimidate the new human colony into accepting Corvan protection in exchange for 80% of their resources. The razorclaw would ensure compliance, no species argued when staring at 4-inch retractable claws and teeth that could shear through steel. The human representative was already waiting, a middle-aged woman in worn cargo pants and a t-shirt that read Dog Mom. She looked up from her coffee as they entered, completely unfazed by the monster padding into the room. "Oh my goodness," she exclaimed. The razorclaw tensed, preparing for the terror, the pleading. Instead, the human's face lit up with pure delight. "Aren't you just the most beautiful thing? Look at those muscles. And those teeth. Who's a pretty baby? Is it you? I bet it's you." The razorclaw stopped mid-stride. In 5 centuries of selective breeding for aggression, no prey had ever responded with enthusiasm. "I'm Dr. Katie Morrison," the human continued, setting down her coffee and actually approaching the confused predator. "I run a rescue shelter back on Earth. Rehabilitated everything from abused pit bulls to a tiger someone kept in their apartment. You remind me of this Rottweiler mix I fostered, absolute unit. Everyone thought he was vicious, but really just needed proper socialization and belly rubs." Thekval watched in horror as his unstoppable killing machine tilted its massive head, studying the human with curious yellow eyes. "Now let me guess," Katie said, addressing the razorclaw directly. "They probably raised you in isolation, right? Only rewarded aggressive behavior? Never got to just be yourself?" She shook her head disapprovingly. "Classic fear-based training. Completely outdated. You know what works better? Positive reinforcement." She reached into her pocket. The razorclaw tensed, ready to strike at any weapon. Katie pulled out a bag of treats. "Homemade," she explained. "Freeze-dried liver. My German Shepherd goes absolutely nuts for them. Want to try one?" The razorclaw looked at the treats. Then at Thekval. Then back at the treats. A sound emerged from its throat, not a growl, but something almost questioning. "It's okay, sweetheart," Katie cooed. "You can have one. You don't have to be scary all the time. Must be exhausting, honestly." The galaxy's apex predator, destroyer of armies, terror of 17 systems, gently took a treat from her hand. "There we go. What a good boy. Or girl. Non-binary? I don't want to assume." The razorclaw made a rumbling sound. Its tail, a weapon that could shatter concrete, began to sway slightly. "You're wagging." Katie clapped her hands. "Oh, you've never been allowed to wag before, have you? That's criminal. Absolutely criminal. Come here, baby." To Thekval's complete dismay, his bodyguard walked over to the human and, with great dignity, sat down beside her. Katie immediately began scratching behind its auditory sensors, apparently finding some spot that made the creature's leg twitch involuntarily. "Who programmed you to be such a big scary monster when you're really just a giant puppy?" "Yes, you are. Yes, you are." The razorclaw leaned into her touch, that rumbling sound growing louder. "It was purring?" "Ambassador Thekval," Katie said, not stopping her ministrations, "I believe you wanted to discuss protection fees? Here's my counteroffer. I keep this poor baby who's clearly never experienced actual affection in their life. You leave our colony alone, and everyone goes home happy." "You can't. That's a killing machine worth more than your entire colony." "Was," Katie corrected. "Now they're a rescue. Aren't you, Snookums? We're gonna get you proper nutrition. Set up a nice exercise routine. Maybe some agility training for fun." The razorclaw responded by rolling onto its back, presenting its armored belly for rubs. Its tongue lolled out in apparent bliss. Thekval fled the meeting. The human colony remained independent. And somewhere on Earth, the galaxy's former apex predator learned to play fetch. Though tennis balls didn't last long with those teeth. The Corvan Empire never used razorclaws again. Word had spread humans could weaponize affection.